Hey guys, my name is Kinley. I'm 20 years old. I live here in Virginia and I work for Anheuser-Busch's inventory warehouse. And I'm studying to be a middle school English teacher. So from my experience in this class, I honestly learned a whole lot. I opened my eyes up to the background and to the future of teaching. And some of my favorite things were from week one. The 5C's really stood out to me. Being committed as a teacher, being caring, being courageous, being conscious, and centered. I really feel like those 5 things really will bring you far in life, from just being a teacher to one day being a mom and a wife and to just being an employee. I feel like you got to be committed in your job and what you do. You have to care about what you do, and you have to care for the children. You have to be courageous and go in every day being brave, knowing that every day is a new challenge with kids. Conscious of the things that you say and the way that you teach, and being centered and focused on each child's needs and of how you are presenting yourself in a way that you are leading so they will follow you. In week 2, I really enjoyed learning the history of school and learning how immigration took a big role in why the public school came about. I also am a history buff. I'm a history and English buff. So it was really nice having those kind of together and learning about the past of how public schools came about versus private schools. I myself have both been in public and private schools, so knowing some of the history behind it was really cool as well. I myself am also a middle school youth group leader, and I have had a blast doing that. I've been doing it for almost a year now, and honestly, because of getting that opportunity is the reason why I switched my career path from elementary ed to middle grade ed. They just really warmed my heart, and God opened that door and showed me that that's where I was supposed to be. And I fought it for a while, but we all know if we fight God's plan, we're gonna lose. So I gave up my fight and let him lead me where he wants me to be. Honestly, I think the biggest challenge I face going forward is something that we discussed in week 3, which goes into the legal rights of students and teachers. I do struggle with the belief that Christianity really isn't accepted in school. However, teaching other religions is, as well as being socially acceptable to all the norms of today's society, such as LGBTQ students and so on. And so, I do personally feel that that's a struggle I'm facing right now. And it's something I'm continuing to pray through, because no matter the situation I'm faced, I always know that I'm going to act in a Christ-like manner and show love and grace and mercy and love them just as Christ loves me. And, just because they don't live the same lifestyle as us doesn't mean we don't still love and respect them, but it will be hard for me if I teach in public school or anywhere for that matter, that my views will be having a hard time being expressed and shown in a classroom versus the social norms of today. It's okay. I actually have a teacher at my church who just got in trouble for scolding a student who said the Lord's name in vain in their classroom, and she said that it offended her and she got in trouble. So those are some of the biggest challenges as I'm facing, and so I've been praying through it and hoping that I can be put in those kind of situations to learn how to handle them better. And so lastly, I am super excited to use technology in my classroom. I'm really not that technologically advanced. I'm lucky I can use my iPhone, but I'm super excited to be able to use things like the Remind app. Like I love that app. That is one thing that I do use, and it'll be really great to use with the students to keep them up to date with things, because we all know middle schoolers are going to be on their phones. So, what better way to have their planner than on their phone? With wanting to teach English, blogs are going to be a great way, as well as online reading apps and using a Kindle in the classroom potentially to have a wider range of books, but also having paper copy books, because certain students can read better with something in front of them versus something online. Same with doing online quizzes. We can use different apps for their quizzes and their tests, but also have the available option of paper and pencil for different learning needs. One app that I really am excited about is Learning Around the World, and that way they can learn with other students. But I've loved this class, and I wish you guys the best, and may God bless you in your further education endeavors.